Welcome to the WedPro Podcast, the podcast for WedPros no matter their stage. We are your hosts, Katie and Roxy, and this is the WedPro Podcast.
Hey, welcome back to the WedPro Podcast. Katie here, and as always, I'm joined by the lovely Roxy. We're going to dive into our episode in a minute, but we're in this funny period. What do you call this period, Roxy? Because I definitely don't call it what I'm seeing it everywhere at the minute. I used to call it crimbo limbo. What do you call it?
I was going to say I call it effing awful. I hate it.
I was glad to get back to work today.
Yes.
I was missing like the lack of structure.
I mean, how many times have I said to you, I just miss the routine. I'm no good without a routine, and the fact that the kids are off. Yeah, there's cheese and crackers for days in my house. Silly.
I've had enough of it. I know this sounds really whiny, and I'm really sorry. Like, I've had a really nice Christmas period, really nice build up to the Christmas, lovely Christmas day. But then I've eaten so much food. I ordered too much food, ate too much food. Yeah. And I just need some routine in my life. I'm not going to lie. So today I was actually excited to get back to work.
Yeah.
But it all goes to rubbish again from tomorrow. Like, there's a couple more days.
I always find that I find this time of year quite difficult, like mental health wise anyway. I don't know whether it's like the routine or lack of routine and the
dark nights.
Like, you wake up and it's dark. You finish work and it's dark. So there's just I'm not getting any vitamin D. But the sun is out today, and the one day it's actually out. Well, what are we doing? We're working.
So I definitely need to like tidy the house. I think my shed office is built. The partner has hijacked it and he is using it. So he'll be out of the house, which actually I'm a little bit better for, because that means that when I finish the day, I've got the TV.
Yeah.
As long as the kids haven't hijacked that with like Mario or whatever. But I'm gonna get all the Christmas presents that have just been sat on the chairs. I'm gonna put them all away. Yeah, and just get back to some sort of structure and order. I have done things like I did a charity shop run. I've cleared out like my airing cupboard, all this boring stuff, because what else is there to do? There's nothing good on the telly, and I'm really upset about it. Yeah. Really upset. I was looking, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna sit and watch loads of TV, and there's nothing good.
No.
But hey.
Not that we're ungrateful. No, I've had a really, really lovely Christmas. I've had lots of time spent with family. I really want to go and do like a big walk. I feel a bit cabin fever, so I'm gonna.
I'll come for a walk with you.
I'm on a bit of a walk. But I have loved it. Like, we went over to my sister's. I went Christmas Eve ice skating with my daughter. It was lovely. I've got some nice presents off Santa, but I am ready to like smash into 2025 now. You know.
Me too. I think so, and I think as well, like for me, we haven't really got anything. I feel like I'm coasting because I've got some like big work goals set, but like home life wise, I don't have a holiday plan for next year. Like, we've done a lot of the DIY in the house now. I don't really have any plans in motion. My brother's having a baby, which is lovely. But other than that, I feel like I'm coasting a little bit. But
you need a bit of a North Star. You need a personal North Star.
Once I get back into like head in the work game, all will be fine, because it'll be fine. And I just said, maybe I need to say this on the pod to hold myself accountable, that I am going to probably join the gym, not for the right reasons, but just to get out of my house, I think. So I've got somewhere to go, because like you say, like, yes, it's okay to walk the dog, but it's muddy, it's cold, it's miserable. Yes, I'll do a walk, but am I enjoying it? Not immensely. And you need somewhere a little bit warm to go, I think. Yeah. So it was deep, actually, that I think that's inspired me to join the gym.
Yes, Dee. Oh, yeah, she is my inspiration girl. So I joined the gym, didn't I? Probably about 3 months ago. And before Christmas, I was going 3 times a week. And I was really, like, it probably took me a month to get into it, because the aches for days. But you just have to get past that. And then
I think it's more for me. I want it for... Yeah, to just get out I'm not gonna lie, just to get out of my house. I get a lot of cabin fever, you know, working from home, and I wonder if anybody else feels like this, like working from home, my office is upstairs, like apart from walking the dog or the school run, there ain't a lot going on. Apart from that, very excited to do our sound bath.
I know, I was just thinking about that. I was like, yes, that's coming up. So that is.
Yeah, and I actually sent you a little spa. Did you see the spa I sent you?
I did. I looked where it was. It's
not far, is it?
Is it Warsaw?
Is it where?
Warsaw.
Yeah, Warsaw. So it's only about 40 minutes from my house. So let's get that booked in. There we go. There we go. Sorry
Things
that
to
we
look forward
got
to.
dealing with our life admin on the podcast, but hey ho. Okay, we are going to be digging into some of the most exciting trends shaping 2025 and the trends really that you want to embrace this year, aren't we?
That's it. Are you reading mine?
I was. But I thought we'd better get into it, really.
Yes, that's fine. Yeah, so we're breaking down 4 major trends: AI role in weddings, how customer communication is evolving, the staying power of intimate weddings, I love an intimate wedding, and the rising demand of personalisation. Plus, we've got an exciting announcement later on, so stay tuned for that.
Okay, let's start with AI, and it is a bit of a buzzword at the moment. We did a whole podcast on it, but unlike in previous years, like AI is now becoming quite fully integrated in the wedding world. All areas of life, really, we're integrating a little bit more AI, and couples are using AI tools for everything from creating seating plans to generating speeches. I don't know how I feel about that one, and even designing mood boards using AI as well.
My husband actually was sat the other day having a mess around with AI, and he was showing me pictures, and I was like, oh, that looks like our lounge, but better. He was like, yeah, I've just done that on AI, Roxy. I was like, this is smart. Like you say, it is in every corner of our lives now, isn't it?
Yeah, you can use it like ChatGPT for generating toasts, or Midjourney is a really great one for creating those visual concepts. But here's the thing as well, like WedPros really need to be harnessing AI as well. So streamlining workflows, generating email templates, even creating social media content or analyzing past customer data. I love it for that, actually. Like, how much time can it save when you put in past customer data to look for trends, look for keywords, look for things that people are saying a lot of that you can incorporate into your marketing strategy to improve it as well.
And another way is using AI for client communications as well. It just can save you so much time. Imagine offering a chatbot on your website to answer FAQs instantly. That keeps potential clients engaged while you focus on other tasks, but they still feel like they're being served, which is great.
I know we've been using it on Instagram, haven't we? So if people want our lead magnet, and it's building up our email list. So if people want our lead magnet, we put a post out or we mention it in our emails, and then we get people to go over and comment a word or DM as a word. And then automatically they get sent that lead magnet. It's building up our email list. They're getting the lead magnet. We don't have to do anything. And then we can hop in and create conversations with those people off the back of the lead magnet. And it saves us so much time, even the factor of just finding the links to send people to. But the fact that can be building your email list up in the background as well means that you're able to then retarget and resell in the future. But also can help elevate your customer experience as well. So Canva is really great for this. And I think Canva's AI was one of the first ones that was playing around with image generated stuff, isn't it? But, you know, there's some really great design templates, and you can create stunning visuals, personalized proposals. And AI isn't here to replace you at all. I always think of using AI as like an unpaid assistant, and just to sprinkle a little bit of glitter onto things and just to improve things. But as I always say about AI, the better the input, the better the output. So the same if you hired a staff member or a virtual assistant, you've really got to give them...
train it,
very clear instructions, and then your output will be a lot better.
That's it. I was just thinking then, obviously I've got you as a business partner, but if you are a solopreneur, like even for ideas or bouncing ideas off, or have you got any thoughts on this, or how could I improve this aspect of something, it's just so brilliant for ideas. It is incredible. But yeah, definitely use it for the customer facing stuff as well. And if you want to go and check out how our AI works over on our Instagram, drop us a DM. What is one of the words? Do you know off the top of your head? So
yeah, calculator.
So go and DM us the word calculator, and you will get an AI reply.
Yeah, and then you'll get a nice little freebie as well.
You will. That's a good point. Yeah.
And actually, I built the majority of that on AI. So you'll get a lovely freebie, and it opens an Excel spreadsheet or a Google spreadsheet. But actually, all of the formulas in that, I got AI to build for us. And it saved me so much time, because Excel spreadsheet formulas are not my jam at all, but I wanted to create a really handy profit calculator for how wedding businesses could input all of their numbers and for it to be able to tell you whether you were profitable, you know, how profitable you were, where you could improve on your profitability. But, you know, getting that idea out and onto paper, I'd never been able to do that without AI.
Or if you would have learnt it, which is
or hiring
a long time.
Or hiring somebody. So yeah, DM us on Instagram, wedding_business_hub. DM us the word calculator, and you will get
it.
A little look at how that works.
Yeah.
And then that's set up on ManyChat if anybody wants to have a little look at that.
It is amazing. So speaking of customers, let's talk about how client communication has changed. The biggest shift we're seeing for 2024-25 is the rise of voice notes, DMs, and even AI generated emails. Couples want instant personal responses, but they also value that efficiency as well. I've been voice noting for a long time, but even video messaging as well is really up there.
Yeah, and I think as a wedding pro, you really need to think about like meeting your clients where they are, and that means being available in your DMs or on WhatsApp, but also having systems in place that you're not overwhelmed. So, you know, I'd always encourage you to reply to the initial response in the way that you got it. So if you got that on WhatsApp, reply on WhatsApp. If you've got that on Instagram, reply on Instagram. Then if you want to move them into your emails or you want to move them into your CRM, that's absolutely fine. But I think it's really important to meet clients where they are. You know, one of the biggest things that I don't like about the wedding industry, but it's just pure fact and it's out there, is that usually it's the wedding suppliers that reply the quickest that get the booking. You know, statistically, not 100% of the time, but statistically, that is still the case. So having automated DM replies, making sure you follow up quickly. I see a lot of this. I send a lot of emails out and I get a lot of your instant responders back. And the majority of them are so poor. I can't tell you how poor they are. They don't, you know, you want to be thinking about, right, if this is the first indicator of your brand from a couple and what the journey is going to look like for them, you know, you want to make sure you're wowing them at every point of the journey. But if people are WhatsApping you, DMing you, voice noting you, I'd reply in the same medium. It creates a connection. It's probably going to be quicker. And then absolutely, by all means, move them when they're a client, or move them, you know, to your CRM if you want to, or to your emails, wherever it is. But for that first one, I think it's really important.
Yeah, and I agree. But don't you think as well that there are so many different ways of there's quite a lot of contact nowadays? So like, but I think meeting them where they reach out to you, and then if you wanted to move it,
I think we did this, didn't we? It wasn't WedConnector, but WedConnector, where we audited a load of businesses, and we said in the room that like so many of them, like over 50% of them were ghosting inquiries. So it wasn't that the couples were ghosting them, but they're missing inquiries. And that's really about you having systems in place to make sure that you're checking, you know, all of these places that you are actually getting. And you know, social media doesn't help us. Like Instagram, there's inboxes for days on Instagram. You know, you've got your other inbox, you've got like leads inbox, you've got your general inbox, you've got your requests inbox, and it's not helping us. However, you just need to get into the habit of checking them really regularly.
Yeah, and having them systems as well will help with that overwhelm. I get it. I get inbox overwhelm, but it is true. But also, there's a thing, you know, don't sleep on the marketing trends. TikTok and Pinterest are gold mines for wedding inspiration. So
especially now, especially now, this peak time, like a third of your income for next year will be generated in the next 3 months, because people are either hitting the year that they get married and they're getting on with everything after they've had a bit of a pause over Christmas, or they are just engaged, really fresh, really excited. So now TikTok and Pinterest, you know, that's where your clients are going to be gaining inspiration,
especially at this time of year as well, when everyone's in this like limbo
with nothing to do.
Yeah,
actually,
even I have been doom scrolling, and I never
I love a doom scroll. It helps me go to sleep. There was a statistic that actually said, my partner told me yesterday, that this was the average American. However, I don't think the Brits are too far behind. How long do you think the average American spends on their phone a year?
A year. Oh God. I wouldn't even.
2.5 months.
I was gonna say a month. Oh my God, 2.5 months.
2.5 months a year. That's insane, isn't it? Yeah, that's crazy.
I mean, my husband, oh my gosh, he sits and plays games for days, literally for hours and hours, and I'm like, are you gonna be in the real world? And as well for Christmas, we've had one of those Meta head things, like the AI.
Oh, okay.
Oh
Yeah,
my God,
I
that is
don't like
incredible.
it. It makes me feel a bit sick.
It makes me feel dizzy, but like I've
Yeah.
lost my husband to that now. But yeah, 2.5 months. Yeah, I can see that. It is a
But
part of everybody's lives.
yeah, this year, exactly what you're saying. Lots of people are at home, not a lot to do, spending more and more time on their phones. I think these days, especially before everyone goes back to work and then reality sits back in sort of the 6th, 7th of Jan.
Yeah. But on that note of socials, short form video continues to dominate. So, keep on making that behind the scenes content and those educational tips for your audience, especially this time of year.
Plus, remember to be collaborating, partner with other wedding professionals on things like style shoots or co-hosted workshops, Instagram lives. Think about how you can get in front of, other people who dominate. Also, specializing in your niche but don't directly compete with you as to how you can get in front of your ideal clients in a fresh way, pitch yourself on podcasts. Think about who you can collaborate with inside of the wedding industry as well. Okay, before we move on, we've got something exciting to share, our 2025 strategy day. And this is your chance to hit the ground running in the new year.
Yes, that's right. You can join us on January the 8th for our 4-hour mammoth Zoom session where we'll help you map out your entire year. And it's only 99 quid. So if we break that down, that's like £9 a month, and you walk away with a clear roadmap for getting leads, securing sales, and scaling your wedding business in 2025. And you'll get to spend 4 hours with us as well, which is just amazing.
So we're going to cover everything from goal setting and marketing strategies to practical tools that you can use to grow your business. Spaces are limited and they're going fast, so definitely don't wait.
That's right. You can grab your spot by heading over to the link which will pop in the show notes. And like Katie said, don't hang around. It's only 99 quid. It's going to literally set you up to have the best year in your wedding business ever. And we'll see you on January the 8th from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. on Zoom. And it will be recorded as well, so you can watch it back on replay.
Okay, let's talk about those intimate weddings. And this trend has really been going strong since the pandemic, and it's showing no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, I mean, like couples are still opting for the smaller guest list, but they're using the savings to go big on the personalisation. Think curated dining experiences, custom decor, and live entertainment. I would love to go to one of these weddings.
I think even if people aren't having a smaller guest list, they still want that intimate feel at a larger event as well. So as a wedding pro, you really need to be positioning yourself as an expert in creating meaningful celebrations, whether they're small scale or large scale, offering packages that include add-ons, live streaming for guests that can't attend, personalized thank you gifts for intimate guest lists, maybe multi-day weddings as well. Maybe they're stretching that over a few days, but having flexibility in your services and also not showcasing one particular style on Instagram, making sure that you're covering and showcasing those micro weddings as well as those larger celebrations as well.
Yeah, and it's all about crafting an experience, which has been the case for a while now. But if you're a stationer, you might offer bespoke hand-lettered menus. If you're a planner, consider partnering with a chef, to create a storytelling menu tied in with the couple's love story. I am totally buzzing for my 10-year wedding anniversary, which is in 3 years, by the way. I was thinking about this the other day. Like, I am totally.
This is the year that I turned 40.
Yacht wedding, here we go.
We'll just
I want to steal your birthday.
We'll put you at the end of the yacht and we'll do your vows, and then we'll be like, okay, Katie's birthday now.
But I am like, every time we speak about wedding trends, it's like, oh, I wish this was the thing when I was getting married. So I am excited for like what the trends are going to be in 3 years' time. Oh my God, I'm so excited for something that's not even booked or spoke about to the husband yet. Kind of just sad.
My daughter was texting me whilst we're recording this podcast. If you ask my brother to play Minecraft with me, I will get dressed. Don't tweet yourself at work. I'm at work. This as well would, I'm day one back at work and they're bothering me already. Juggle. Okay, we just mentioned this personalization. This is a big one. I think, we've been seeing this rise and rise and rise over the last few years. And couples in 2025 want every detail of their wedding to reflect who they are. Goodbye, stuffy old traditions. Hello, we're doing things the way that we want to.
Yes, and I'm here for that. And it's not just about the day itself. It starts with how you market yourself. Your social media easy for me to say, your social media should tell a story that resonates with those ideal clients. So share behind the scenes moments, testimonials, and your unique process to show how you can create a one-of-a-kind experience.
I think as well, like thinking about your onboarding, how are you creating that personalization and that connection through that? So having maybe a personalized welcome packet or a quick video message introducing yourself can make all of the difference, and show clients that you're really invested in their journey, their wedding, and you're not just a number. You're not just a statistic. Easy for me to say.
We are smashing this podcast today, aren't we? Absolutely right.
I was actually going to record another one after this, but I think I need a cup of tea.
And guys, don't forget about your consultations either. You can use that time to really get to know your client, ask questions that uncover their personality and values, so you can weave those into their wedding as well.
And I think even on the day, personalization matters, considering offer, content creators packages where you or somebody on your team captures some little Instagram stories or candid little TikToks that you can include after your services. Just really thinking about every element of your process from start to finish. I've just recorded a training for our WedPro CEO members all around your 5 strongest assets in marketing, and one of them is your personality. And I think personality and personalization go hand in hand, because nobody can compete with you, and this is really where your business is all about you. So how can you integrate these things? And quite often, especially if you're a business that's in the first sort of years of running your business, it's usually your personality is your biggest asset at this point. You haven't got the experience yet, you haven't typically got the expertise, you might not have found your signature style. So usually it's all about your personality and how you can infuse that personality and personalization into the things that you do. So if you haven't thought this through and how you are bringing that personality, ensuring that you're standing out online, sharing things on Instagram, Pinterest, Facebook, and this doesn't have to mean you have to share your whole life story. God, people would be bored if I shared mine, but it's things that you're comfortable sharing, those little quirks, showing up, people hearing your voice, seeing you, all of these things create that connection. And then thinking about how can I weave that through. So if you're somebody that absolutely loves, I don't know, sushi, and that's your thing, and you absolutely love sushi, maybe as part of your welcome gift you could gift somebody some Yo Sushi vouchers. Or if you're somebody that absolutely loves music or dancing, or I don't know, you can give them a copy of your favorite film or a couple of tracks on a USB, or however you want to do it. Just something that's just really personal to you,
that's something that's going to set you apart from the rest. Because we've all got things. I know it can be quite difficult sometimes to actually think up these things, but guess what? AI will help you with them.
And I think also as well, it doesn't have to be that complex. I know somebody that really branded themselves really well on a colour, and she would just wear that colour all the time, and then she became synonymous with that colour, and when people saw that colour they thought of her and her brand, and it was the light blue. Or maybe you're the person that constantly records their video while they're on the walk with a dog. It doesn't have to cost you anything.
Just ignore me, I'm just laughing at carry on. Lost the plot.
Okay. But it doesn't have to be complex. Or you're somebody that talks about your love for cooking, as well as the fact that you're a wedding supplier, and then how you can just infuse that into personal experiences throughout your client's journey as well.
So that is a wrap for today. You have made it through the Crimbo Limbo podcast with Katie.
The Crimbo Limbo. What does Twixmas mean? I don't understand it. I can't figure it out.
No.
No, I can't. No, I'm not even going there. If anyone knows, please DM me and let me know. What does Twixmas? I know it's this period in between Christmas and New Year, but where has that come from? I don't get it.
I can't help you with that. But if you guys take anything away from this episode, it's that adapting these trends will not only keep you relevant, but will also help you attract your dream clients.
And don't forget as well, if you want to get a spot for our 2025 strategy day on January the 8th, you need to go and book that now. I can't express that enough. We've already got more than 20 people coming. It's your chance to create a plan that is going to set you up for success in the year. We'll have Q&As. We'll structure it. So I know 4 hours seems like a really long time to spend with us. However, it's really nicely structured. Those people that have turned up to the one that we did last year have ticked off all of their goals. We break it down in such an easy way, and we're also there to share with you exactly how you can go and get leads as well straight off the back of that session. So it's 99 quid. It is worth so much more. I would absolutely encourage you to go and sign up to that.
Thanks for listening today, and we will see you next time on the WedPro Podcast. Until then, bye.
Bye.